Liverpool enter 2025 with a new chapter being written under the leadership of Dutch manager Arne Slot. His arrival at the club has been seen as a landmark moment, a strategic choice that promises to completely revitalize the identity of the Reds. With a modern and dynamic footballing philosophy, Slot has already begun to shape the team in his own image, bringing fresh ideas, innovative tactics, and, of course, top-level reinforcements. But what is really catching attention right now isn't just what's happening on the pitch, it's also the finer details of it, such as the shirt numbers chosen by the club's major new signings. And speaking of that, we are witnessing a real game of chess when it comes to Liverpool's shirt numbers. With every social media post, every interview, or cheeky exchange between players, speculation grows over who will wear which number. It feels like a gripping drama series, filled with twists, intrigue and even doses of humor. And who better than Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian star who is practically mythical at the club, to add an extra touch of fun to it all? If there's one thing that defines modern football, it's the symbolic importance of shirt numbers. At Liverpool, each digit carries its own history, its own weight in the collective memory of the fans. And now, with Florian Wirtz on the verge of making his official debut for the club, the inevitable question arises: which number will he choose? This question has dominated conversations on social media, in pubs, and even in the stands. Wirtz, the German prodigy who shone brightly at Bayer Leverkusen, is seen as one of the finest talents of his generation. During his time at Leverkusen, he wore the number 27 before eventually taking the iconic number 10, the number that represents creativity, vision, and the highest level of responsibility on the pitch. Now, as he awaits his official unveiling at Liverpool, many are betting that he may inherit that same number at the English club. However, the situation is more complicated than it seems. The current holder of the number 10 shirt at Liverpool is Alexis Mac Allister, a player who quickly won the hearts of fans with his grit and determination. Although Wirtz has indicated he does not intend to take Mac Allister's number, that doesn't mean he isn't considering other prestigious options. Rumors suggest he could opt for something as traditional as the number 8, a shirt historically associated with a creative or controlling midfielder. But here's where another key piece of the puzzle enters. Mohamed Salah, in addition to being one of the greatest players in Liverpool's history, is also famous for his charismatic and playful personality. Off the pitch, he loves interacting with his teammates, whether sharing relaxed moments at the training ground cafe or making jokes on social media. And recently, he decided to join the shirt number conversation in hilarious fashion, and, of course, by poking a little fun at someone. It all started when Liverpool's official Instagram account posted an intriguing image, Florian Wirtz staring thoughtfully at one of last season's shirts, as if pondering which number to choose. The caption hinted at mystery, and the comments were soon flooded with fan speculation. Then Salah decided to drop a digital bombshell. He commented, "Number 8." Tagging Dominic Szoboszlai and adding a crying with laughter emoji. That simple comment caused an absolute earthquake among supporters. Is Wirtz really flirting with the idea of stealing Szoboszlai's number 8? For those who don't know, the number 8 at Liverpool carries an aura of greatness. Legendary players like Steven Gerrard made it synonymous with leadership, technical brilliance, and the ability to decide matches. Today, Szoboszlai wears that number proudly, but Salah's playful comment opened the door to mischievous interpretations. Could the new signing Wirtz really be willing to challenge the established hierarchy? Of course, it could all be nothing more than an innocent joke from Salah. After all, he is known for this kind of banter. But knowing how close he is to Szoboszlai, the two are often seen chatting or sharing coffees during training breaks, it's hard not to imagine there's something more behind the tease. Perhaps Salah is simply trying to create a relaxed, light-hearted atmosphere as the squad prepares for the challenges of the new season. Or maybe, he knows something that we mere mortals do not. Frimpong, meanwhile, has worn the number 30 for most of his professional career, from his days in the Bundesliga to his recent spell at Bayer Leverkusen. This number has become almost a personal trademark for him, representing his unique identity on the pitch. Therefore, it's highly likely he will maintain that tradition when pulling on the Liverpool shirt. For the fans, it means the number 30 will take on a new meaning associated with his electric energy and relentless attacking runs down the flank. But, of course, never underestimate the symbolic power of shirt numbers in football. Even though Frimpong seems inclined to stick with 30, there is always the possibility that he surprises everyone with an unexpected choice. Who knows? Perhaps he'll decide to honor a childhood idol or choose a number that reflects his future ambitions at the club. And it doesn't stop there. Alongside Wirtz and Frimpong, Liverpool are about to announce another blockbuster signing, Milos Kerkez, the Hungarian left-back who has been making waves across Europe. His arrival at the club is seen as a strategic move to further strengthen the defensive system, especially as Andy Robertson, the undisputed owner of the position in recent years, may be nearing an exit from Anfield. Kerkez, who wore the number 3 at Bournemouth, now faces an interesting dilemma when choosing his new number at Liverpool. The number 3 currently belongs to Wataru Endo and, although the Japanese midfielder's future is still uncertain, it's unlikely he'll give up that number anytime soon. So, Kerkez will need to find an alternative. He has previously worn numbers such as 5 and 26 during his time at AZ Alkmaar, but both are currently occupied in the Red squad. However, there is one intriguing possibility. Should Andy Robertson decide to move on to a new chapter in his career, the number 26 would become available. That would open the door for Kerkez to adopt a number directly tied to the club's defensive tradition. Regardless of his final choice, one thing is certain: the arrival of Kerkez marks the beginning of a new era for Liverpool's left-back position, with the potential to rival the very best in the world. All of this is happening under the watchful eye of Arne Slot, whose role goes far beyond simply selecting lineups and defining tactics. The Dutch manager deeply understands the symbolic importance of every decision made within the club, including the allocation of shirt numbers. To Slot, these details can directly influence a player's confidence, the group's cohesion, and even the emotional connection with the supporters. Slot has demonstrated a sharp eye for the smallest details, from how he structures training sessions to the way he encourages his players to express themselves individually. He knows that in football, small choices can lead to big differences. That's why he has likely been actively involved in the discussions around shirt numbers, ensuring that each player feels comfortable and motivated by their choice. Furthermore, Slot has been working to integrate the new signings into the team's collective spirit. He understands that in order to build a strong, united group, everyone needs to feel valued, from superstars like Wirtz to experienced players like Szoboszlai. Every piece of the puzzle has its place, and it is up to Slot to fit them together perfectly. Fans are glued to social media, analyzing every comment, every official post, and even the interactions between the players. They want to know who will wear which number, what stories will be told through these choices, and, most importantly, how these decisions will impact the team on the pitch. It's impossible not to feel excited by all these possibilities. In 2025, Liverpool are living through a moment of transition and renewal. Under the visionary leadership of Arne Slot, the club is building a team that promises to captivate crowds and fight for the biggest titles. The signings of Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, and Milos Kerkez represent strategic investments that have the potential to completely transform the team's dynamics. And while the shirt numbers continue to fuel speculation and debate, one thing is clear: every detail matters when it comes to writing the story of a club that breathes passion and excellence.